Hello there, YouTube. This is Seduce Me, the Otome. I think that's the name of this game. New game. This is a game I got in the Steam sale, so to see how good it is. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resemblance to real life people are purely coincidental. Or are they? Okay, I don't really care. The sexual violent themes are explored in this game. Booyah! What? Trigger warnings, abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned! You heard that you've been wanted. Don't blame me. Okay. Please enjoy. I will.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
No. You cannot, stranger. My name is not Mika. My name is Sweet Chance. Do you still think that's beautiful? No! Okay, we're just a sweet shin. We've only got one leg. Yeah, that's the name.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Innit? Bare wonderful blood. Clut.
Eric, do your job.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Granpa visual novel engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Eric.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere. Duh.
Come on! Is that all you got?
I don't know. What are we giving?
The asshole!
Oi, oi. I don't understand what's happening.
Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
What are you dreaming? Sugar.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Okay.
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Hello. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it's the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell like the soft tappings of fingers, it was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. And that's why you'll end up in McDonald's. The lectures in class were pretty boring. McDonald's isn't a bad job, by the way. Pretty boring. Miss Phillips' voice wasn't so horrific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was a period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. I do that all the time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for... economics. Sorry. Sure, I had a good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignment as I had to. I was only taking this class because it's mandatory. If it were up to me, I'd probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that! I didn't hate high school, it's just how kind of mundane how the days drifted on and on as if there was no end to it. Bloody hell, she's reading. I don't like reading. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of the second semester brought a notifiability to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting a reply sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this shitty class.
Miss Anderson.
Bloody hell, look at her face. Yes? Miss Phillips' voice raised and interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am! Oh god, what's wrong with their faces in this? Luckily this was a free game on Steam, so if this is crap, I do not lose out.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
I can't see the blackboard. You can't stand in the way. Oh, I think I read that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Why, thank you. Anderson, it followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather than by my surname. No doubt since the surname was a trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic, I don't know, and some family toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather, Soooooo, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch in the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
Why are you standing up in class? You should be sitting down. Anyway, from beside me I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, I got loads of best friends by the way, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Soooooo's choice of words.
She means good job.
Good job.
Miss Capini.
Miss Capini.
I
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Care to tell me you created that face? The new artist on this game.
Some guys named Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
She was closer.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Bumlick.
Show off.
Bitch.
Better study next time, Soooooo. Be like us and study once in a while.
Soooooo rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture.
My
Now,
neck.
let's separate into groups and work on your projects.
Well, let's
Remember,
not.
everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Why's that bitch gotta take all my credit? Before I knew it, Soooooo and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine and we turned into the Three Musketeers! Whenever the teacher let the students decide the groups, we were always grouped together in our little trio. But what if I only asked for a duo? Then one would be left out, and then there would be murder. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity to stick together as much as we could. Oh my god, I read that so fast. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmates. Those are bitches. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out a poster we were working on and rolled it up under 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few things, finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. I'm not that good at reading if you didn't know. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently, at the project. My mind
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
I don't know. Short project. Susie straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke
How
up.
about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Call it Sweet Chins, bitch.
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff, but you completely skip over the fact we need a name for our project.
No, we don't. We're unique like that. We don't have a name. We're a ghost.
What do we name it?
I don't know.
Not sure. What do you think?
Say my name, bitch! Sweet. It always came down to me whenever there was something to be named or titled. I was a master of ending decisions. And even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporation.
Well, shut up, 'cause I don't like that.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company? What do dragons have to do with our project?
Yeah, that's a bit dumb.
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot. But our company sells bubblegum.
Well, dragon thing sounds pretty cool then.
Said we can't produce spicy bubblegum.
Hey, that's a new idea.
What do you think?
Say my name, bitch.
Yeah. What do you think?
Buffon looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it up to me, I would say... What would I say? Why would chewing gum be called Trinity Corporations? No, we're dragons.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is.
dragons we are.
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
Go home, I guess. We'd finished. As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Was that the only thing we had left to do on our project? I mean, that's like the easiest part. I think I would do first, and I'll be like, oh, yo, I found a name, you can do the rest. Anyway, huh? Who is that?
Ignore it, it's just Lisette.
Who's Lisette? I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with a circle of friends, mostly comprised of the popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school, except for me. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them, and the centre of it all was Lisette White. Wait, I didn't see the last name, but I skipped it. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkwardness. Wait, this doesn't make sense. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. What a catch. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was shooting at everyone else who wanted to be. Lisa was bright, easygoing, and above all, she had a future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way, like me, because I hate her. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rival that continued today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
I'm really tired, but I say we kill her.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, come on, Soooooo. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
She is. She's a total priss. I don't know what a priss is, but she's a total priss.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
Never mind, gal.
It's about time. Let's bail.
Dude, that would be the easiest class ever if I just had to think of a name. But yo, she can run quick. She can even levitate. Unsurprisingly, Soooooo was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease, and she quickly strolled out the door and didn't even wait for me.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Well, she did just levitate, so I think that may have something to do with it. I wish I was fast as her getting out of here. Me and you both know me. Yeah, I'll agree with you because I didn't agree with the name, so you can have... She gave me a smile, as if relieved by the fact I felt the same way as she did. Yeah, I had to help her out a bit, no, because I didn't go over her name. Didn't want to break that self-confidence.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
Oh, you're a bitch. You're backstabbing bitch. You're backstabbing hoe. You just want to stab her. Bitch. It's Soooooo, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Lol. Okay, you can live.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
Yeah, I guess.
I heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings. Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit, I was spacing out, and just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the... Fuck you now, man, I don't know what that means. Valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important part.
Shut up, I'm hot, I'm gonna be a model.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Okay,
Please,
thanks.
don't call me by my last name.
Oh, that's Patterson.
This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Why are you friends? Despite this, they both burst out into laughter. Normally anyone would think that opposites like them would never associate with each other, but even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made so much sense. Sweet. Maybe they're just perfect complements, a personality that just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum. Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Well, you may not 'cause you're the minority, but Dragon Bubblegum that was spicy, I would definitely buy that.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
Ha ha ha! You do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
Oh man, I wish I could eat that stuff. I eat broccoli and fish. That is literally my meal, just broccoli and fish. That's my life.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, soooooo.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
Nah, spicy food makes my nose drip. And I end up in the toilet, it's not good.
You're crazy!
You're crazy, ho!
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah, bitch, I'm fucking crazy. Watch me eat this spicy food all
like
that.
migraine.
Bloody hell, you better go home then, they're terrible. I think I'll go with... just mac and cheese and a soda. What's a mac? Oh, macaroni and cheese. I thought it meant a big McDonald's Mac then. Big Mac. I do like that, but I would die. Oh, sugar. But I'm healthy, so I'd probably have that tuna sandwich too. Once we got our food, we settled down on one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside and finally digging into the food. Susie leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so she rests her feet on the table by her food.
Alright then. Is there anything we want to talk about?
I don't know.
Bored already?
Well, we're kind of eating science
I
here.
know. Let's talk about...
Say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Just because you're lesbian doesn't mean we have to always talk about girls. We can talk about boys as well.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys? It's not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
Well, I don't know about you, bitch, but I'm looking fabulous. That's why I'm watching my weight, my tuna sandwich and juice.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Exactly, you gotta prepare for these things in life.
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
Okay, you don't look Italian. She looks ginger.
Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
You're just casually assuming I'm bisexual. This is a bit wrong.
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
Told you, she's a les. So I was treading on something. I didn't know what it was.
True.
That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Then why don't you?
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Look at you two. Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interested enough to be in a relationship with. Oh, okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafeteria, started up. An announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Oh, shit!
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
It's not really a laughing matter. I could get expelled.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Thank you, Gingy. Thank you.
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
I will do. Funny enough, something did happen. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavy that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it under the black umbrella. Not that I was looking up, in fact. Looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Someone dead. Only the monotone elegies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. Knew it. It was only when the speeches ended that I was finally able to raise my head. This is the Grandad. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know or related to me, were huddled around a simple small grave. Sorry. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in heavy silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for our small family out there. Oh, 3, sorry. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth grey tombstone before us was his father's name. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, had passed away that day. The ceremony was small, only close family were allowed to come. Slowly though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother, and me behind at the grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit under the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked towards us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud its contents.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
He's giving me all the money, innit? Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer, and now we're to read from why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Damn! Bet she was in his house. What? I'm rich, bitch! I couldn't believe my ears. I'd earned a family estate at 18? That was impossible, and yet it was written by my own grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not surprised?
Don't get pissed, bitch. I'm richer than you now, so I'm gonna kick your ass.
Dear.
Dear.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company?
No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position.
Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. What a stubborn old man.
I think it was rather clever. He actually gave me the estate, so I don't mind. Shaking his head, my father turned his face to my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Are you sure we should?
Yeah, we should. I want to go.
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
Okay, right. It's not my fault I'm rich now. But you should probably keep your tone down. I won't give you no money.
Honey, what do you think?
I don't know. I really wasn't sure what to say. Why did my grandfather think that I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own?
Well, that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
You're a jelly! Jelly bitch.
David!
David! Bloody hell, everyone can levitate in this game. It's weird. Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking back to the car, disinterested.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected him. Why don't we get back home for now?
Why don't we go back to my place? But Daddy ain't coming because he's a dick. You can go on ahead to the car, Mom. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa.
Oh, of course. Take all the time you need.
Okay. I'll stand here for about 5 hours. She gave me a quick hug and hurried after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save for the sullen-looking grave that was laid in front of me. I'm sure that if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all this, it would have been much different. It was plainly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who else would bury their own family the same day they pass away? Damn! They'd be like, goodbye, I'm dead. Quick, chuck him in the grave. That's a bit weird. Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet the grave was a mere stone slab on the ground, void of any children's toys. Bit weird. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. His disdain for my grandfather was almost pitiful. Sorry, Grandpa. I'll kick his ass. I tried to force out some words, but the only thing that came out was a choked sob. You told me to stay strong, but right now, I'm the farthest from it. Like that one time, a long time ago. Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
Thank you. I was swept into a giant bear hug. And we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather. The way he greeted me, unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said that he was feeling too good again. It had always been like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, citing that he was busy with work or wasn't feeling well. And how the hell did he expect to get the estate, okay? Not that you should visit people for stuff like that, because if you do, you're a dick. My hair's looking messy.
Is that so? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Exactly, we don't need him. Yeah! So, what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy says there's a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go, because you're like totally rich.
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
I'd love to see it. Yes, oh, is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. I think you could help me out, could you?
Great. Sorry, I'm just turning WhatsApp off. Only my phone. No, my phone. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It is. Yeah, sure. Of course! He placed the toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing, though.
So, what do you think?
It's shit. I think the heart on his chest should light up when you hug it. It'll be like it's alive. And it can be like a little nightlight before you sleep. Is it like a bear thing? What are them bears? I don't even know what they're called now. Cuddle bears? They're like blue, pink and yellow. He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
Well, I want a percentage of the profit then, since you kind of took my idea. Ahahaha. Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa.
You want to make toys as well?
No, I want to be a rich player. Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
Yeah, he's jelly. I'm not sure about that.
Sweetie, look at me.
Okay. He bent down to look at me eye level with a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
I will, Grandpa. I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past.
He didn't like my toys.
But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
Okay. I had heard tidbits of this from my mother and various other people. The only people who had stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained from saying a word on the subject matter, but it was clear that whatever happened set up a war between them. It's hard, though, trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already.
I am big.
Well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the
I've
world.
got hay fever.
But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you.
Thank you.
Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
Yes, we will. We are the Avengers. How can you be so sure?
Because we'll be right here and here.
He pointed his finger to my head first, and then pointed at my chest. How cliche!
So stay strong. Promise?
Pinky promise. For a moment he looked almost sad, pleading, but as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face, and he was all smiles once again. Promise! Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
Alright then, enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Or you can do your paperwork at the new... what cafe, whatever it was, I don't even know. Hey, my homemade dessert, I'll race to the kitchen.
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
Yeah, he might die. Well, he's already dead now, so it doesn't matter. You willed me the very home I love to... What? You willed me the very... Sorry, sometimes it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it does. Other people, not me. You willed me the very home I love to see you in... Oh, I'll get it now. Why? Why would you think I'd be ready to take it, especially after this? A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. It tastes good. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay calm when you've left me with so many questions. Especially about what happened between you and Dad. Ha! What am I doing talking to a grave? I'm psycho. My vision blurred, and suddenly I realized that I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily, so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
No, I want McDonald's. Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if it was a good idea. Probably not.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
I'm not actually wearing black. I'm wearing like a satin midnight blue with a teal blue and white. Colorblind fool. Gathering my courage, I decided then it was time to talk. Dad, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Why'd you want me to move into the States so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes?
No! No, I'm gonna sell my house.
Right after you graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
Leave me alone, I don't want to go. But it's so sudden! You just decided so quickly after the funeral!
Don't be so sensitive.
I'm very thankful.
If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
No, you're just a dick. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk about a bit more about my future. In reply, my father rubbed his temples and sighed quietly.
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot. That is what we talked about before, yes?
Man, what a lovely father. But what if...
Stop mumbling.
Shut up, four-eyed prick. But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company. Our company. I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
Ah. He came closer to me and his face softened. What?
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
To be honest, that's quite nice to be handed a job like that. I mean, you're basically multi-millionaire. I'd love it. For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped in me. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry. Do you even care grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
Didn't sound like it. Well, everything seems fine to you, and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
It's like nothing even happened at all. Like you just ignored the fact that he's no longer here.
Do not raise your voice at me.
Ah! What did he ever do to deserve this? My father, his face hardened. Crossed his arms and erupted in angry laughter.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal. Like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
I hope you throw up with those clothes on. Is that it? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead? While everyone was grieving? Were you holding yourself back from laughing at everyone's faces? Did you feel just a bit happier seeing him lie in the graveyard? Bitch. A flash of rage crossed his face and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut!
Shut up.
You did not know my father. You did not know what he was capable of.
Is everything all right? What happened?
He fucking hit me! Nothing, I'm not hungry. I'll just go upstairs.
Honey, wait!
I quickly turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants. And for a while, I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheeks still throbbed, boom boom, and I timidly stood up and looked at the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. Ha! What am I saying? Tears formed in the corner of my eyes, but I blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry for the second time today. I had to be stronger than that.
Are you all right? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
He hit me. I'm fine, I just lost my appetite. You're cooking shit.
The lasagna's done, though. And I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
I told you I'm gonna be a model, alright? I gotta skip meals. Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat when it's all nice and cold and studgy. You know that's how I like it. You're not telling me? Oh, that's not my part. I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
I wanted to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent and let the event remain in the past.
I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I really didn't know what to do. I needed something to do. Anything. To get my mind off what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking anymore about the pain still radiating from my cheek. I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack my stuff so I would be prepared for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags. Pulling them out onto the floor of my room, I began to empty my drawers and cabinets so that I could bring other things with me. I didn't have much to bring, other than just clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have many personal belongings. I'm kind of boring like that. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them, but I certainly didn't have many things in the room that I'd miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of those thoughts. If it were going to be my new home, it would have to feel like, one way or another, I was going to make it a home. Banging tune. Okay, just packing my thing myself and going ringing. I sit down on my phone and packing an answer while slowly myself under the bed. Oh, okay, easy. Who could possibly be calling?
Hey, Anderson, you there?
Yeah, I just answered.
Is everything alright? We were worried about you.
Nice high five
as well. To call. Hello?
I'm really glad you guys called. Daddy punched me in the face. My voice managed to come through, though it was only a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay, Naomi. Well, I slowly began to tell him about the funeral that afternoon. A small silence followed when I was done recounting what happened, and to my relief, Naomi finally spoke up.
I can't begin to imagine how you must be feeling right now.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible.
I'm so sorry. Do you want us to come over right now?
Well, we can all party at my place tomorrow, because I was moving out. No, it's okay. My dad is in a good mood, so could we just keep talking on the phone like this?
Of course. We'd stay on the phone until the crack of dawn. Right, Suzu?
Yes.
Yeah. We're always here.
I'm really tired.
After all, we wouldn't be the awesome triple threat trio without you.
For his 3 musketeers.
Yeah. Triple threat trio? It sounds like the name of a gang.
We should become a gang. I've got a hideout now.
Yeah. I mean, we're all taking on the world together. We've got to sound somewhat scary, or else no one's going to take us seriously. What's with you and naming things? You've got to step up your game, Naomi. Following behind the cool kids like Anderson and me. Tisk tisk. Hey! I'm a cool kid. If anything, I'd say you'd have to step up
Look
your
at that
game.
smile. We chatted cheerfully about all sorts of things. Very soon I had forgotten about the events that day and was engaged in a conversation about Naomi's favourite TV show, some program called Herlock. We all agreed that the actor playing the titular character certainly had a very distinctive look about him. With that long overcoat and scarf wrapped round his neck, sounds like Doctor Who. We had many disagreements about who we thought was the coolest character. Yeah, he has really high cheekbones, like me. And his eyes are pretty, like me. Though, I do have to say I prefer Jackson, bitch. And as a bonus, his actor is just so sassy. I looked at the clock hanging on the wall and realized how late it was. What? It's already 1 AM? Sorry for keeping you guys up so late. I think I'm gonna hit the hay for tonight. See you guys at school tomorrow, but why are you two together at this time? I should probably shower and go to bed. I can't believe I stayed up this late. I just talked to my friends. But it was really nice. Well, to the bathroom I go. I took a relaxing shower. Nothing beat hot water and the feeling of being clean. After drying myself, I promptly dressed in my pajamas and crawled into my bed. A nice hot shower after a long day. I'm so glad I'm finally being bed. It had a really been a long day. I knew that I was wishing for something to change back in class, but I certainly wasn't expecting any of the things that happened today. And I have to go back to school tomorrow? Blech. I curled up on my side and tightly wrapped the blankets around me. I really wasn't in the mood to be returned to school, but my dad probably would make me go just for the sake of it. It's time to go to sleep. I reached out the lamp on my nightstand and turned the lights off. However, my mind was so lost in the past on my grandfather and the thought of inheriting something so big it haunted my mind the entire night until the next morning. Me. I shook my head to try and clear the sleepiness out of me to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. It's already time to wake up. Wait, school? As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of bed and looked up at a vanity mirror. That's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek. You had to squint to actually see it. I doubt anyone would actually notice it unless they leaned in really close. Bitches come to my workplace, they notice anything. You got one hair less on your head, they notice. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and called the bus to school. I think it's time to save this game in a minute. It wasn't even hours before anyone ever heard the news. I was approaching school and giving condolences for my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man!
Lucky as hell, man! And I'm cutting the video right there because I'm going to save. Yeah, do the empty slot. Yes. Okay, how do I get out of this? I'm gonna press escape with. Press escape. Oh god. Did that save? I'm gonna check. Yes, it's saved. So goodbye, everyone. That was Seduce Me. The Otome? I don't know if the Otome is part of the title, but I think it is because it's got it on the title of the clicky thing that you click to play the game. But anyway, that was Seduce Me. So be tuned for next time when we get seduced. See you later. Apparently you can have sex with a demon.